Is that not going to?
No, it's going to work.
Interestingly, what led us to pursuing Kevin Love for an episode taping in the first place was after our Dak Prescott episode came out, Kevin Love was very supportive of Dak publicly in comments he made.
And then, honestly, a couple of days before my brother passed, I would say I started experiencing depression.
There's so many people that look up to him and look at him like a superhero. So for him to, allow himself to grieve and to be vulnerable, that was incredibly powerful. And I really meant what I said when I said he saved a lot of lives that day.
Kevin shared a lot of personal stories with us, including his mental health struggles and contemplating suicide. Our hope is that his story inspires others to seek help.
There was a couple ways that I toyed with, but it was just scary to get down that route and think about the idea of taking my own life.
So really what stood out from the conversation with Kevin was less the challenges that he has endured and more him talking about the tools he uses to get himself through those challenging periods. Why have you said one of the best days of your life happened after you started going through therapy?
Because now I get to be unapologetically myself. And I've just learned to speak my truth, honestly. I've learned that, nothing haunts us like the things we don't say, so me keeping that in is actually more harmful.
9 times out of 10, we are going from one location to the next, one interview to the next. There's no time between anything, and this one was no different. As soon as we wrapped the main interview, we had to get everything upstairs to do the wine tasting.
We're doing a slight tour of the world, I guess. No, I have a promontory here, which is from the Harlan family.
Oh wait, and you have to introduce your significant other?
Oh yes, I'm sorry. This is Kate. The finest wine here, gets better with age. She's a great vintage, 88. Nice.
What's up?
So there's some famous old YouTube trick shot videos of yours.
The full court, yeah.
You got any?
I like to think I can shoot at 94 feet. It is a little bit shorter, but I'm sure I could at least try.
Brad, our esteemed producer, got in my ear ahead of the taping and was like, you gotta bring up Kevin's trick shots. And I brought it up, and lo and behold, that made for probably the best moment of the taping.
First try. There we go. So I think we can end on that. That was a made-for-TV moment.
That's real. No TV magic.
This was first try, nails the shot.
Of course, I miss Kevin's amazing trick shot because I'm outside dealing with a minor run-in with the cops. They were about to tow our cars.
Kevin Love, New York, my first on-location shoot. We get dropped off in Times Square. Me and Seth pop out. We start, shooting footage of the area.
I circle the block. Seth's there basically waiting for me. Neither of us has any idea where Keath's at. We call him, no answer.
We're calling him, we're texting him, nothing. I don't know how long it was, but it was a long time.
I get a very frantic phone call from producer Brad saying they've lost Keath in the middle of New York City. How do you lose a guy in the middle of New York? Just call him.
I left my phone in the car accidentally. I'm gone for like 20 minutes. I come back and Brad and Seth are freaking out. It's not a big deal.
Keath finally shows up. And it was just like the final scene in Homeward Bound.
And I felt the same way, that you gotta stop to pee. Good girl.
She doesn't get stage fright.
No, yeah. It's like an NBA drug test.
Part of our time with Kevin Love was doing a walk and talk along the Hudson.
It's pretty amazing to then have the look south to the Statue of Liberty, which to me is, I think, the best national monument in the US.
This is late October of 2020, and I had not been in New York since the pandemic, and these streets we're walking, which are normally packed with people, are, all things considered, very empty. Lots of restaurants closed down, and it was just a really eerie experience.
It was the only time I can remember in my entire life where you could stand in the middle of the street in New York and not get run over by a million cars.
How's the city different?
City's different just because it's a lot more calm. But again, it's always been resilient. You talk about 2001, 2008, all the way till now, it's really been a special place. You know, you turn the corner, right around the corner, you don't know what you're going to get. There's going to be a new adventure. And, you know, occasionally you'll get that too.